So this is my first attempt at shooting a YouTube video. I'm actually going, when I get done, I'm going to kind of splice it all together and throw it on YouTube and see how it looks. I'm going to hike the Appalachian Trail in about 2 days. I'm taking off, and so I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of show you what I have in my backpack as a kind of a loadout video, and then it gives me something to kind of play with and edit. So let me show you what I've got in my pack. So this is my pack right there. It's a ULA Circuit backpack, about 64 liters. Everything that I'm taking is in this pack. Everything. So let's get started. So this first item I'm going to show you is my tent. It's a Nemo Dragonfly. It's a 2-person tent. It's going to be strapped on top. It's got the footprint, the fly, the tent, stakes, guy lines, everything in this little bag right here. Second, since we're on the outside still, are my trekking poles. They are Black Diamond Ergo Cork trekking poles. I've actually used them on a couple of hikes, super comfortable. I actually tape these little gizmos on the top right here to protect them when I'm flying, and protect all my other gear from them, because they're kind of sharp at the tip. So I taped those little bumpers on there to keep them from tearing things up. So let's go ahead and open the pack. Let's see, first thing I'm going to pull out are my Birkenstock camp shoes. They're by Birkenstock, and they look like Birkenstocks, but they're made of foam. They're super light, lighter than Crocs and all the other camp shoes that I was looking at, and they're durable. Like, there's no little middle toe thing to pop out, you know, when you blow out your flip flop. Kind of funky looking, but stoked to have them. Next is my sit pad. This is actually a pretty little cool piece of gear. You know, when it's cold out, not cold out, but when it's wet out or what have you, and you want to sit down, you can use this little foam pad to sit down on. Super lightweight. It's cool too because it has actually a multitude of uses. You can use it as a wind block on your stove when you're cooking. You can use it to fan the flames on a campfire. So all sorts of good stuff with this. You can even put it between your legs when you sleep. I'm a side sleeper actually, and I like to have a pillow or something there. So this will actually work out perfect. Next is my poncho. I was really debating on whether I should bring a poncho or not. Honestly, and you know, it rains a lot on the AT, and I actually went a little overboard on a couple of things. My wet weather gear and actually my water filtration. This is one of them. This is actually redundant. It's a backpacking poncho I'm taking. I'm also taking a rain top and rain pants. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. But poncho. Let's see. My down jacket. This is my down jacket. It's actually the Rab Microlight Alpine. Pretty compactable. Not really compactable as most, but the water resistance on this down jacket is rated pretty high. And you know, by the end of this video, I'm sure you'll get the gist that I don't like to be rained on. Anyways, yeah. So next, you know what? Next is this, but I'm going to save this. This is the bulk of my life in this little bag. Lots of things in here, and we'll go through that here in just a minute. After that is my sleep pad. It's a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. Very high insulation value on it. It's like a 6.9 R value. It's ridiculous. Anyways, next is my clothing bag. Probably the heaviest thing in my pack. This is all the clothing that I'm taking right here. It's in a little Osprey dry sack. We'll actually go through that too. And last but not least, is my sleeping bag. It's a Western Mountaineering Versalite 10-degree down bag. It's pretty small package, but when this thing lofts up after you take it out, it's got like, I don't know, 6 inches of loft or something. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. Maybe it's 5, but it's super lofty, super comfortable, super warm, super light too. It's only 2 pounds. So this is my gear bag. Basically, I'll be living out of this bag until I finish the hike. So let's check it out. Let's see. First thing in the bag. OPSAC odor-proof bags for my food bag. Keep the bears from sniffing your food. Let's see. Sunglass holder. When I've been down, a lot of times my glasses just fall on the ground, so I actually have these to keep them on my head. Pair of gaiters for hiking. Sawyer filter. Typically, I'll just slap that right on top of a smart water bottle and drink right out of it. Great little filter. Let's see, my cook pot. This is my cook pot. I actually made this little cozy right here to keep things warm after I cook it. But inside here, this is an 800 and it's a 0.850 milliliter capacity. Inside is a little cup. This is a little just expandable cup for drinking coffee in the morning or whenever I need a cup. Just pops right back. This is my food bag. It's a light AF bear bag. Inside, this is a little rock throwing bag with some line and a carabiner. But this is the actual food bag itself. Pretty good size. So made out of Dyneema. Certainly isn't going to keep a bear out if a bear gets to it. But with a proper hang and then using the bear boxes that are available, should be just fine. Camp stove. This is an Amicus by Soto. Good little camp stove. I like it because it has this curved bowl right here. A lot of the burners that are either flat or they're domed. This is kind of concave right here. It kind of acts like as a windshield. Has a little igniter on it. Sweet little stove. And just a couple of 1 gallon Ziploc bags. Typically just for trash, pack it in, pack it out. Any kind of trash I have are going in these Ziploc bags. And then I'll throw them away when I get to a trash can and get more Ziploc bags. Next is a chamois. A lot of backpackers don't carry chamois, but I am carrying one on this trip. If I get condensation on the inside of my tent, or it's raining when I set up my tent and I have to kind of wipe it down before I actually can get in there, before I can get the rain fly on and the inside gets wet, I'll use the chamois, kind of wipe it out, wring it out, dries super fast, super lightweight. Got to eat with something, right? See, electronics bag. This is where I keep my electronics. Not bringing a ton. I am bringing, of course, a phone and an iPod, but they're not in this bag. They'll go probably in the hip belt pocket of my pack. But first thing is my headlight. It's a Black Diamond Cosmo 350, I believe. Next is my battery pack. This thing's a beast. It's an Anker 20,000 milliamp charger. It's like a brick, but it's got tons of power, and I'm bringing a few things that need to be charged. So I mean, it's probably a little overkill, but it's good to have. A couple of cords, multi-purpose charging cords, and this little Anker power block, plug it into the wall. It's got these little folding plugs, this little folding plug right here, so it doesn't poke a hole in anything. It's pretty compact, It's got two USB ports. So after that this is what I call my emergency bag, or if I need to get in it bag. I probably have a small problem at the very least. So we'll check this out. This is stuff I don't ever really plan on using, but it's in there just in case. I guess you can call it an in-case bag. First thing is a Cadden Be Free 1 liter bag with filter. Kind of redundant because I'm taking the Sawyer filter, but like I said earlier, rain and water purification are my 2 biggest trail fears. So I'm doubling up. That's my backup. Mosquito head net. Honestly, I just didn't have anywhere to put this. I'm sure I won't be using it the first, month or 2, at least until it heats up in the summer. But that's in there. And my ditty bag. My ditty bag has got things that, again, I very, very seldom will I ever use. Just got, some extra line, extra rope, some extra Velcro for my hiking boots to hold my gaiters onto the back. Let's see. A lighter, tenacious tape for tent repair, gear repair. A little repair kit if I pop my inflatable mattress. It's got a couple patches on there. 2 things of travel sink packets of Tide, in case I get holed up somewhere and all they have is a dryer and I really want to wash my clothes. I'm covered. Just do sink laundry, I guess. And that's about it for that. Let's check out the clothing. So, clothing bag. This is for winter loadout. So it's a little more clothing than I would typically take. But let's check it out here. Let's see. No, it's my sleeping bag. Yeah, that's more like it. So let's check it out. I have them color coded for a reason, but let's see. Warm weather top. This is a Wolfskins quarter zip thermal top right there. So my main layer of warmth right there, besides my jacket. These are this is a base layer. They're tights. They're actually hiking tights by Marmot. Oh, this is actually my pillow. So this is a Hyperlite stuff sack pillow. It's Dyneema on this side with a zipper, kind of a fleece side on this side, and at night I'll actually stuff this Wolfskins quarter zip into it. It'll make it all nice and puffy and actually make a pretty good pillow. Plus it's a stuff sack, so I can use it for other things. Gloves. These are sealskin all-weather Ultra Grips, waterproof gloves. A buff. Lots of uses for that. A little mini camp towel if I want to take a stream bath or need to wipe something down, what have you. Different from the chamois. The chamois is actually for inside the tent, wiping water. This is actually to wipe my body. So I honestly, I don't want stuff, wiping down, my gear being the same thing that, will actually like wipe my face. I don't know, call me a clean freak. Not really, but let's see, Wolfskins, no, Smart Wool beanie. This is actually my rain jacket. This is an Arc'teryx Zeta SL rain jacket. Like the color. It was actually the only color they had in my size when they were on sale when I bought it. So, cool. Let's see. Sealskin waterproof socks to go along with the waterproof gloves. Let's see. This is wool blend tights. This is part of my sleeping gear. I'm not going to sleep in the same clothes that I hike in. I'm not carrying a pack liner, so to be crawling in and out of my sleeping bag in my nasty clothes that I've hiked in all day, I would rather not. So actually, I've got a set of clothes just for sleeping. These are the bottoms. Mammoth wool blend tights. Sleeping top. This is an icebreaker merino long sleeve shirt, merino wool. Socks, Darn Tough socks. I'm going to be wearing one when I step off. This is another one, an extra one to change into, so I'll probably alternate socks every other day. Give the previous day's pair an opportunity to dry out and not become so funky so fast. And a pair of sleeping socks, wool socks. Let's see. This is, I couldn't pass this up. This is a Marmot windbreaker with the hood. It's really just an extra layer, just in case this wolfskin quarter-zip top is just not quite cutting it, and I need to block out the wind. It's like 3 ounces. I couldn't pass it up. Good deal. Really, it's just another super lightweight layer. And last thing in my bag is actually my rain pants. These are just your typical REI calf zip rain pants. So the very last piece of gear I'm going to talk about is my hip pack, or my fanny pack. I keep stuff in here that I may need to get to multiple times a day or in a hurry, versus keeping it in my pack and then have to take my pack off, open it, rummage through it, put it back on. I can just dip my hand in here and grab what I need. So let's take a look. This is, they call this the deuce. It's a shovel for making cat holes to poop in. So, hygiene bag. I've got toothpaste, toothbrush, chapstick, sunblock, Body Glide, all sorts of good stuff in here like that. I also have a tactical pen, a compass, first aid kit, small first aid kit, and I think, I actually forgot to tell you about this. I was going to put this on my pack because I'm going to carry it on my strap, but I just forgot to do it before I made the video. So this is the Garmin InReach. It's a satellite communicator / SOS device, so I can Bluetooth it to my phone, and if I don't have cell service, I can use this to communicate with the outside world. Also has a nifty little SOS button that you can mash if you need to be searched and or rescued. Beams your coordinates to search and rescue. So that is it completely. Next time I video will be my first day on the trail. So see you there.